Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Migardener 20K subscriber party. Let's get this party started. And so, in lieu of the 20,000th subscriber party, we do have cake. Obviously, the budget only called for the cupcakes, but it's cake nonetheless. So, we're going to now blow out the candles on this very special occasion. Cindy?
Let's do it.
Woo! All right. So now we have 20 random facts about Migardener or ourselves to top it all off.
Okay.
So, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Fact number one, Migardener was actually started with 10 square feet behind our garage, and now we've grown to over 5,000 square feet between the cottage garden and the home garden. So it's really exciting to see the growth pattern, and not sure where we're going to be in a couple years, but that will only be for us to know when the time comes.
Fact number two, I actually speak 3 languages. I speak English, of course, Spanish, and also French. So that's a fact about myself.
Ooh, bilingual.
Trilingual.
Trilingual. Yeah. Fact number 3, I decided I was going to actually go to school for business because I didn't want to ruin my love of plants, because I was actually going to school for botany and horticulture, and a lot of you don't know that. But I was going to be a biology major, and I decided I would switch my major because I started getting into all the classes, and I decided this is definitely going to ruin my love of plants, and so I switched so that I could love my hobby and do something else for a living. So that is a little bit about me.
Fact number 4, my favorite thing to grow is definitely sunflowers. I just love the height of them, how colorful they are as well, so that is my favorite plant to grow.
Fact number 5, I actually started Migardener when I was 13 years old, and so I never really did anything with it up until I was, I think, like 15. So it's been a while since it's actually been a part of me, so that's really cool. I don't think I've had too many things last this long in my life, but Migardener is one of them, so thank you for being a part of it. I know a lot of people have actually been subscribed since the very beginning, so that's awesome. That's very meaningful for me as well. So keep tuning in.
Fact number 6, I did major in design and management, so I know a little bit about business and a little bit about design.
Fact number 7, I am petrified of spiders, so a lot of you all would probably think that's pretty weird for someone that loves being out in the garden, but I kind of have just a friendly contract with the spiders that as long as they keep a distance from me, I'll keep a distance from them. And so I'm actually I'm not really afraid of them in the garden because of how much good they do, but as long as they don't come near me, because if they do, I just tell Cindy I'm gonna go weed over there for a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I just like to keep my distance because them and me don't get too we don't get along too well.
Fact number 8, the most scary garden critter to myself is definitely garden snakes, and luckily we don't ever come across them at all. So, but I really don't like snakes at all. So.
And fact number 9. I am actually 6'3", so a lot of people always say, how tall are you? But they never know that I'm actually that tall, because standing up against Cindy, she's only 5'8", so there's a major height difference. But whenever I'm just standing up on camera, it's very impossible to tell how tall I am. So I am 6'3". It is very hard to find clothes that fit me, by the way. So yeah.
And fact number 10 is that I actually spell my name Cindy with an S. It's been like that since forever, and
get it right, autocorrect. Fun fact for everyone, you are actually 1,000 times more likely to be subscribed to Migardener than be hit by a meteor. Which is good, because I don't want anybody being hit by a meteor, because that would be really bad. And in fact, one of our subscribers will be a billionaire, since the odds of being a billionaire are 1 in 20,000. So if you just so happen to be that billionaire, we are looking for a sponsor.
Fact number 11 is that if Migardener and all of its subscribers were put up in an island, we'd actually be the 215th largest country in the world. And there's only 218 countries, but that's still a pretty big.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, to be better, or to have more people on an island, or to have a country with a bigger population than one that's already existing, just using our subscribers, that's pretty awesome. But you know, there is a subscriber out there that does have $1 billion. So if you do want to buy an island, I certainly won't be complaining, and maybe you can just give like a free ticket to everybody else to make that happen. Maybe just, you know. And fact number 12 is that Cindy and I are huge fans of Good Mythical Morning. And for those of you that don't know what Good Mythical Morning is, it's basically a daily internet talk show, and they always seem to have something really cool and really amazing that I love to watch. So they currently have an ongoing experiment called GMM Plants, and it stems from their episode Do Plants Have Feelings? And that in that episode they basically well, you can check it out yourself, but they talk about plants having feelings and whether or not they do or don't. And then they, at the end, they have everyone that wants to participate have one plant that they will put in front of Good Mythical Morning every day, and then one plant that they won't. And it's just for fun. It's nothing, I mean, whether or not it works or not, it's just for fun. So since we're huge fans, we decided we'd try it out. And so you can check out the progress of these plants on what, Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah, we just hashtag GMM Plants, and you can not only see our plants, we also can see everyone else who is participating as well. So
that's right. Yeah,
that's a cool thing. And this is the one that is watching Good Mythical Morning so far, and it's doing pretty good.
And Cindy actually painted these pots. Really cool. I know. I'll try to get a close-up on these sometime later, but they're so cool, and she hand-painted them, and they're awesome looking. So that one actually reminds me of the sunset.
Alright guys, fact number 13 would be how Luke and I actually did meet. So sometimes people ask us how we met, and the story is that I had a question about my basil seedlings, and I asked Luke on the Migardener Facebook, and you know, we just started to get to know each other, and shortly we met halfway, and we actually met in Indiana because he's in Michigan, I'm in Chicago, and that's pretty much the story. And that's now we're engaged. So there it is.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more to the story, but that's
just a little synopsis.
A little
about
synopsis.
It, so.
We didn't meet yesterday. Fact number 14 is that I absolutely love pizza. Now, it goes without saying it's my favorite food, but it is also a guilty pleasure. So I try not to have it all the time. But if I had the chance to eat it all the time, I definitely would. My favorite kind of pizza is Veggie Lovers, though, because I think it's like it's a good and a bad put together. So it's you know, it's a little guilty pleasure with some healthy aspects. So I'd rather have that over some other ones, but I do love the Veggie Lovers with a whole ton of different vegetables. Nothing beats it.
Alright guys, so fact number 15 would be that my favorite Migardener moment was when we got the 30 cubic yards of compost into the cottage garden this year. It was just a super epic moment because there was so much of it, and also it was very labor intensive. We had to hand shovel everything, barrel it all over there, and it was such an awesome experience. It makes you be much more appreciative for what you have. So yeah, we give it up for that Migardener moment.
And fact number 16 is that I was actually approached in public 3 times, and it's one of those things where I don't really think of myself as having a large channel or a large viewer base yet, just because there are so many channels that are so much bigger. And so it's really awkward kind of when it happens, but there was one story in particular that sticks out. And so if you're watching, I apologize, it's kind of awkward for you as well. But I was approached in our local hardware store, and I was getting some stuff to film for that day, and he was sitting with his wife, and they were kind of conversing behind me, and over my shoulder I heard, "Is that the guy? Is that the guy with the internet show?" And I knew who he was talking about, right? But I'm not going to turn around and say, "Oh yeah, that's me," you know, because obviously that would be kind of awkward as well. So I just kind of I knew what he was talking about, but I didn't want to. I pretended like I didn't know, and so he's like, "Yeah, I think that's the guy. I think that's him. I think that's him." But they never said Migardener, right? So they're just talking, but I know, and I'm trying to act like I don't know. And finally, he took the initiative. Thank you, kind sir, for breaking that awkward silence. And he actually tapped me on the shoulder. And he, "Are you the Migardener?" And then at that point, then I could engage him, and I said, well, yes, I am. Yeah, that's really cool. And then we actually ended up having a cool conversation. He ended up being a viewer of mine for about 2 years now, which is awesome. So cool, very awesome, and it was a great experience, but it was awkward leading up to that moment. So yes, it does happen, and hopefully it happens more often. I would like to get to meet some of my viewers more often. So that's that story.
Alright guys, so fact number 17 would be that my favorite kind of fruit is definitely melons. I love any kind of melon. There's so many varieties, and that is just, we've tried out so many this year: canary melons, orange delicious melon, Gaia melon, lemon drop melon. So
yeah,
the list goes on and on, but definitely my favorite kind of fruit.
Fact number 18 is that Migardener is actually partnering with a company in Portland, Oregon, and we're going to be distributing seed bombs in gumball machines. And so they're going to have gumball machines that have these seed bombs. And for those of you that don't know what a seed bomb is, it's like a little clay ball that has seeds implanted in it. And then when it gets wet, the seeds will come out and the clay will break apart and the seeds will sprout. So that's going to be really cool. So stay tuned for that, anyone that lives in Portland, Oregon.
Alright guys, so fact number 19 would be that Luke and I share an Migardener dream together to go to a place like Mexico or Africa and start a local garden there, just to help people grow their own food and also prepare it. So we think that would be an awesome dream to accomplish with all of you guys. So we do look forward to hitting that milestone one of these days.
Yeah, definitely. Once I'm out of college, it is a shared dream of Cindy and I to go there and set up a sustainable garden for a local village that could really use it. So look for that, because that is definitely going to be coming up. It's something that we have been talking a lot about, and we've been kind of getting closer to that, but we want to make sure that we have the resources available, and that's going to obviously mean a lot of money. So we want to make sure that that's available as well, so we can do it to the best of our abilities. And fact number 20 is that Cindy and I love reading your comments and questions because it's very fun. A lot of people think that we don't have time to answer them all or read them all. So we get the sentence always before the email that says, if you get time for this, I know you're busy, but thank you in advance. Don't put that. Just don't, because we have time for you, and that's why we're here. We love reading your comments, and Cindy and I actually take time out of our day to read them, and it actually encourages us to keep going. That's one of those things that a lot of people don't understand, but if you make videos as frequently as we do, the comments are great. And we read the comments, but the emails are awesome. The emails are what build us up the most.
Yeah. So, yeah, we love watching also you guys post pictures of your beautiful gardens in our Facebook or any kind of garden platforms you guys have, and we really do enjoy all the support that you guys give us. So thank you so much.
Yes, and you can post those pictures to our Facebook page. You can also tag us, #Migardener, #Migardener at Instagram as well. So just some other ways you can get your pictures to us, because we love looking at them. So I think the last thing we have is cake, right? So
cake face, right?
Cake face? Oh, you got, oh, the nose of all places.
Oh,
The nose. I'm going to be smelling like frosting here. You can have some.
Why isn't that eye?
Well, it was supposed to be the cheek.
Do you want
but
more cake then?
Sure. Mmm.
Cake face.
Thank you guys for 20,000. I appreciate it.
Here's to a beautiful garden at yours.
Hopefully your garden is eventful and as happy as our video has been. Okay? And hopefully you all are going to just have a great year. This is 20,000 subscribers, but we're so excited for the next 20,000 and even the next one. Every single subscriber does matter to us, because it's one more person that's going to have a changed garden or just enjoys our content, which is really what matters to us. And as always,
This is Migardener,
reminding you
to grow big
or go home.
Bye.
Bye.